Hey guys, so for today's video, I'm going to do another get ready with me. I know I said this wasn't going to be mostly a beauty channel anymore. Now the two videos that I've come back with have been both sort of makeup related, get ready with me. But I just figured I would put my makeup on camera. I've got to put it on anyway because I have a couple other videos planned today that are not makeup related. So make sure you check in for those because I think that those are going to be really fun. The one I'm most excited about is my favorite Amazon finds and buys. I've been seeing a lot of videos like that, or maybe I've just now realized that there are a lot of videos out there with people's favorite Amazon finds. So I'm going to be filming that. I'm just going to be doing powder foundation, and what I'm starting with though is the IT Anti-Aging Armor. It's got 50 plus UVA, UVB, SPF protection. So that's what I'm going to be starting with today. It comes in a bottle like this. I'll try to link everything below. I couldn't get my computer to cooperate last time, so I didn't get to link anything, but I'm definitely going to try to do it this time. So it just comes in this squeezy tube, a little bit on my finger, and it is just kind of flesh tone color, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to look in my mirror, and I'm just going to apply this to my face. It covers up your pores really well. It sort of makes them blend in if you have bigger pores or anything like that. And I do this for work a lot because I find that the powder foundation I'm going to be using really covers just as well as liquid foundations that I have. So when I do powder foundation, I still do liquid concealer. So that is the next thing I'm going to go in with is my concealer. And today I'm using again the Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid. And this is the one in the peach shade. That's supposed to cancel out any darkness or blue tones, things like that. I think I mentioned to you guys before that I'm still working on things to do to make my eyes less puffy, whether it's trying to get enough rest or just, you know, some natural things that I've come across. So I'm just gonna tap that in really lightly with my ring finger. Take some of the darkness away. It doesn't take away the puffiness though, and that's what, to me, still adds to the darkness, but there's just not a whole lot I can do about that right now. Setting powder underneath my eyes. I purchased the Derma Blend. This is the Illuminating Banana Powder. I'd seen a couple people talking about this recently. I'm not familiar with the whole banana powder world. I've never really tried any of them before, but I heard some people saying that this worked really well under your eyes without giving like a yellow, I guess that banana kind of tint. So I've been trying it out and so far I really like it. The brush I'm using is the Set and Spotlight brush from Real Techniques. It's got two ends, but I'm just using this end, and it's just a loose powder, so I just get it on my brush, and then I'm just gonna go kind of heavy under my eyes and kind of half bake, I guess. I'm gonna let it sit there just for a few seconds. And it is a pretty finely milled powder, so it does kind of go everywhere when I do this, but I just find I have to dust more often, that's all. I'm just gonna go under and I'm going to lightly just sweep that away under my eyes. And it does definitely give a little bit of a glow and a little bit of a lightening effect. Like I said, it's not so much the darkness that comes through as it is just my eyes being swollen. That's making them still look dark, but not as bad. So we're just gonna go with my powder foundation today. I am using the IT Celebration foundation from IT Cosmetics. I got this in one of the QVC promotional kits that I just talked about on my channel, and I've already gone through a whole one, so this is actually a fairly brand new one that I've started using. So it is just a powder foundation. Mine is in the shade medium, and the brush that I'm using today is just from Wet n Wild, and it's just a powder brush. I know it needs to be washed, but I just go into the powder like this and I just get it on my brush. This gives a good foundation, and it really does, to me, work just as well as a liquid foundation on days when I just want to do this really quick. So I'm just going to take that foundation, I'm going to go all over my face. Just go in a circular motion and just buff it in, and I do go over the top of my eyes where that concealer is. The next thing I'm going to be doing is my bronzer, and today I'm using the Physicians Formula bronzer. They came out with two shades, blondes and brunettes. This one is blondes. I don't know what the real difference is in the brunettes and the blondes, but this one is the blondes, and it just has your different bronzers there. The bronzer brush that I'm going to be using today is from Eco Tools, and it's just a tapered brush. I really like this brush. I think it works well. This is the same one that I used the last time, if you guys remember. So I'm just going to do the fish face and do my bronzer. This does have a little bit of sparkle to it, not much, but if you don't want any sparkle, it's definitely not a matte bronzer, so just keep that in mind. But I really like it, and I use it a lot. Between this and my butter bronzer, it's probably the two that I use the most out of all the bronzers I have. Just to go along with that and continue with that theme, it's the Physicians Formula blush, and this is also the one in blondes, and there's also one in brunettes, but this is the one in blondes, so you can see just the different shades of pink. It's also not a matte blush. It does have some little bit of shimmer, a little bit of sparkle to it. Brush I'm using is the blush brush from Ulta. It's one of their brushes, which I think Ulta's brushes work really well, and I don't see enough people talking about those because they're really good brushes. So I'm just going to take that and put it on the apples of my cheeks. Okay, today I'm going to use some eyeshadow that I got from ColourPop. This is fairly new. It's the Disney Designer Collection palette from ColourPop. I really like a lot of the ColourPop Super Shock shadows, and I do have two of those from this collection that I'll show you guys also. But this palette is beautiful. If you look here at the top, it has like the princess's signatures, and then here are the eyeshadows here. It's just a really beautiful palette. You do have some matte shades up here on the top row, then you have some really sparkly ones, and then you have some darker mattes and sparkles down here on the bottom. So they have really cute names, like Chip here is Prince Charming, this really pretty sparkly one here. Then we have Fairy Godmother, which is a real pretty sparkly pink one, and then down here in the darker colors we have Magic Carpet right here. This one is Beast right here, and then this one here is called Midnight Curfew. So there's a lot of really beautiful, really wearable shades in here. I'm gonna use one brush. This is the Lisa Frank, one of the brushes that I got in an Ipsy bag that I saw on Pinterest that I kind of wanted to try out. Not the shade specifically, but just the technique of doing the darker shade in the inner corner, the outer V, and the crease, and then you put a lighter shade in the middle. So we're just gonna try it out and see what happens. The darker color that I'm gonna go with is a Boo. It'll be this shade right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with that. And these are super, super pigmented. So outer corner, the crease, and then the inner corner with that same color shadow. Trying to leave the middle part here as open as you can. So I'm just gonna buff this out and I'll be right back. Okay, so that is the first step of the eyeshadow. So that's what it looks like. It's a little darker than I would typically go with, but I just really wanted, like I said, try this look that I saw on Pinterest. Try the color Chip right here, which is the lightest of the shades in the palette. Color Chip is just a very basic kind of color. I'm gonna pat it into that middle part. Just kind of make sure that it's all covered up in the middle. I got two of the Super Shock shadows, have like a castle. I have the one in Hi Ho. That is this shade here, which is just a really, really pretty shimmery light diamond dust shade almost. You can see that here. It's really, really pretty. It's called So This Is Love. That's the shade that it is here. And this one is just a really pretty kind of dusty rose mauve-ish almost, with a little bit of like a copper undertone to it. So I'm just gonna go in with that sort of on the middle of my lid. That's really pretty. That's all I'm gonna do for my eyes today. Now the mascara I'm using again is the same one from the other day. This is the Flower Beauty Lash Warrior. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my mascara really quick, and I'll be right back. Here's the overall look. The only thing I have left to do now is my lips. And so just put a little bit of that on. That is the look for today, and now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do my hair and everything off camera and get ready. My Amazon favorites video, and I hope you guys will come back and check that out because I'm excited to film that. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave ideas and comments below. If you have the ColourPop Disney Designer Collection palette and you love it, I would love to know and what some of your favorite colors are to use in your combination. So leave those comments below if you have ideas for videos. I'm open to anything. It doesn't have to be beauty related. It can be just anything that you would like to see. I have some kind of cool stuff coming up, well, I think is cool anyway, planned. I've never done a Q&A because I've never had enough people ask me any questions because my channel is not that big, but that's okay. But if I got enough questions to make maybe like a 10-minute video, I think it'd be fun to do a Q&A. So let me know down below if you think that would be something that anybody would be interested in, and if it is, just leave me your question, and it can be about pretty much anything. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my Amazon favorites one. Bye.